Great. Hi Sam, it's really nice to catch up. How have you been?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad.
Before we begin, I just want to let you know that this consultation is totally confidential. Anything you tell me is just between the two of us. So are you happy for me to go ahead with that?
Yep. Yeah, that's all good.
No worries. So the reason I got you coming today is because I gave you a call and had a bit of a chat. I just wanted to check in with how you are, because I noticed you haven't been in the gym much lately, which is totally not like you. I just wanted to see how you've been feeling.
Yeah, honestly, I've been a bit overwhelmed with work. Work's been pretty crazy. A lot of people have left work, and I'm just picking up the slack. So it just feels like I just can't catch a break.
Oh, that sounds tough, hey? So it makes sense that the gym's kind of taken a back seat for you at the moment with everything that you've going on. So what are you finding the most difficult for you at the moment?
Everything feels heavy. My mind won't shut off at night. I'm barely sleeping, and I'm just eating whatever I can grab on the run. Usually junk. Some days I don't even eat properly. I'm just grabbing things on the run and getting takeaway at night. So yeah, so that I don't have to cook.
Oh yeah.
It's just an easy option,
Okay,
I
that
suppose.
sounds pretty tough. Thanks for letting me know. Sounds like you're kind of in constant overdrive at the moment and finding hard to get on top of things. When you think about how you were feeling a couple of months ago, what do you feel is different now?
Well, I used to look forward to going to the gym.
Yep.
Because it was my own time.
Time for you,
Yeah. But now I'm just too tired, or just can't be bothered, really.
Mm.
And I just also wanted to bring something else up.
Oh, sure.
I was a bit upset after our last chat
Oh, really?
we had. Yeah. It was just a few weeks ago when you said, I haven't seen you this week, and I hope you're not losing sight of the goal. I didn't say anything at the time, but that hit me pretty hard, and it felt like I was failing, even though in my, I was trying my best.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry that I made you feel away. That's absolutely wasn't my intention. And I completely understand how you would have taken offence now, considering everything that you've carried. So yeah, I apologise for that. I would never make you want to feel that way. So what can I help you with right now that might make you feel a little bit better?
I don't know, maybe just a break, but I can't even find time to think.
Have you spoken to anyone about how you're feeling, or have you got any support services?
No, I'm not someone that really needs mental health help.
Yeah.
I don't have mental health issues. It's just I'm just stressed all the time. Yeah.
It's totally okay to feel that way, and mental health doesn't mean that there's necessarily something wrong with you. It's just sometimes it's about getting that little bit extra support when things pile up on top of you and you feel like you are getting a bit overwhelmed. So what I was thinking, if you're comfortable, maybe we could go through a bit of a form together. It's just to help identify any areas where we might be able to offer you some support, whether it's emotional or physical. There's no pressure, and it's really just a conversation starter to maybe make sure that you're looked after in the best way, and we can maybe try and get you some help.
Yeah, no, that sounds right.
All right, great. And just remember, this is a safe space. Anything that you say here is between you and I. The goal here is more just to help you and make sure you're at your best. We can get you back feeling your usual self, and we'll just work that through one step at a time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just grab this form. Okay, so so this is just like it's not to diagnose anything, it's just to ask you some questions to see where you're at the moment. You happy to go ahead?
Yeah.
Yep, awesome. So it rates you on a bit of a scale, so I'm going to read you some statements. I just want you to give me back your first don't read into it too much, just your first initial reaction to the statement. So yeah, a 0 is that it did not apply to you ever, never. A 1 is that it applies to you in some degree or sometimes. 2 is that it applies to you in a considerable degree or a good part of the time, really often. And 3 is where it's applied to you most, like you always feel that way, almost always feel that way. So question number 1 is I find it hard to wind down.
Often. So 3.
3, yep. I am aware of dryness in the mouth. No, 0. I couldn't seem to experience any positive feeling at all.
1 sometimes.
Yep. I experience difficult breathing, excessive breathing, breathlessness in the absence of physical exertion. No.
Never.
I find it difficult to work up the initiative to do things.
2.
Yep, sometimes. I tend to overreact to situations.
2.
2. I experience trembling in the hands.
Maybe 1.
A 1.
Sometimes.
Felt it was a lot. I feel that I use a lot of nervous energy.
Sometimes 1.
I was worried about situations in which I might panic and make myself a fool.
Often. 2.
I feel that I have nothing to look forward to. 0. I found myself getting agitated.
Sometimes.
1. I find it difficult to relax.
3.
That's a big one for you. 3. I felt downhearted and blue. 1. I was intolerant of anything that kept me from getting on with what I was doing.
2.
2. I felt close to anxiety. I felt close to panic.
No.
No, 0. I was unable to become enthusiastic about anything.
1.
1. I wasn't feeling worth much as a person. No, feel okay. I felt rather touchy.
2.
2. I was aware of the action of my heart in the absence of physical exertion, sense of a heart rate increase or anything like that. No. 0. I felt scared without any good reason.
No.
And I felt that but life was meaningless.
No.
No?
0.
Right, excellent. I'll just give that a quick tally up. Excellent. Thanks for that. So based on your responses, it looks like you're experiencing some moderate levels of stress and some mild signs of low mood or depression. So I just want to reassure you that's more common than what people think. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means that your mind and your body might be asking for some extra support right now. So what I was thinking, sometimes chatting with a GP can be a really helpful next step. They are there to listen and offer support, and they can really guide you through the options that are available to you. So if you're open to it, I'd like to perhaps give you a referral to a GP.
Great, I'll just...
Yep, that's no worries. Yep.
Cool.
Alright, well I'll fill out a form. I've got a form here. Let's find that. Right. So, Sam Sampson. Your date of birth, 27th of the 11th, 79.
Yep.
And that's still your phone number?
Yep.
Cool. Right. So I'll just let them know that we've completed a wellbeing questionnaire, which has indicated some levels of stress, and that you're experiencing some work-related pressure and your poor sleep and your disrupted eating patterns. Your bit of emotional overwhelm that you're hearing, that these are kind of affecting your everyday life, and we'll just see if they, or I'll request that they, just give you some support with that information.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'll just get you to sign there. Just click on that. Perfect. So while I strongly recommend that you go see the GP, explore your further support, ultimately that's your choice. So if you choose not to follow up, then the responsibility and risk that come from that is not on me. So it's up to you to follow that up, that one.
Yeah.
So while we were just talking about your eating habits, I thought it might be a good idea to maybe fill out a dietary habits questionnaire, and we can just maybe see where you're sitting at now, areas that we can improve.
Yep.
I can maybe make some suggestions to help get you back on track.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yep, alright, no worries. Before I start this one, I just want to let you know that I can't give any specific recommendations on meal plans or macros or anything like that. I can only give you some suggestions that are in line with the Australian dietary guidelines. And if you decide that you want to get some more specific advice in regards to meal plans, then I'll have to refer you off to a dietitian or nutritionist. Yep. So you happy to go ahead with that?
Yeah.
Right, so I'll just read you through some questions and you just let me know how many serves a day you have of these things.
No worries.
So the first question is, how many serves of vegetables do you usually eat a day? So a serve of vegetable could be half a cup of veggies, a cup of salad, half a potato, a tomato.
Yeah, not too much. One.
On your one serve a day?
Yeah, one serve.
Yep. How many serves of fruit do you usually have today? So like one apple, a banana, a cup.
Yeah, not much either. Probably, just one bit apple. Yeah.
How many serves of bread and cereals do you usually eat per day?
So, a few bits of bread and that, so probably 2.
2?
Yeah.
And how many serves of dairy that you have per day? So that's like a cup of milk, if you have any milk in your coffees, cheese, any yogurt.
Probably 3.
3?
3, yeah.
How many serves of meat or meat alternatives do you usually have today? So 65 grams of cooked red meat, 80 grams of chicken, 100 grams of fish.
1.
One serve.
Yeah.
Yep. The last one is our discretionary choices. So this is like your ice cream, your processed meat, your sausages, your crackers, your chips. Do you have any alcohol or soft drinks? So it's 25 grams of chocolate, 2 to 3 biscuits.
Yeah, right. So, geez. Yeah.
And that's up pretty quick when you look at that sort of stuff, doesn't it?
Need a fair bit of takeaway and a few beers and that, so probably 9.
Yep.
I reckon.
Do you have any soft drinks or any?
Yeah. Actually, Narvos, just to pep me up, I have an energy drink.
Yep.
Like Narvos. So.
Yep. So probably 9 a day.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. So when I'm looking at the response that you've given me, like all of the areas are under when you compare it to the Australian dietary guidelines, except for the discretionary choices.
Yeah.
They're obviously above. And that's totally understandable given your situation and how you're feeling at the moment and your overwhelm. A lot of times it's hard to focus on that sort of thing. But consistent nourishing meals and are so important to the other areas of your life, such as your mental health and your energy and your sleep. So by making these changes, it may also help those other areas of your life where you're feeling a bit low in energy and overwhelmed. So I can give you a brochure to take with you that has what you should be aiming for each day, and I'll just give you some strategies that I think would be able to help you implement on a day-to-day basis to helpfully balance that out into a bit more healthier choices.
Yeah.
So obviously stress and time are big contributors to the choices of food you're making. So by having healthy food choices on hand, that you can grab rather than getting the food from the vending machine or from the kiosk or the canteen. You could have some like portable nutrition snacks with you. So if you have like a banana and an apple in your bag, I'm guessing you have access to a kitchen at work, so you can have like put some yogurts in the fridge, maybe pre-cut some carrot sticks and have some carrot sticks and hummus. These are things that you can grab and sit at your desk or between clients that you can just grab on the go. Something that works well for me that I find, because I'm obviously sometimes in classes and then come out with clients and you're just so busy and caught up in the day-to-day that you forget to eat, is I actually set an alarm on my phone. So at 9 o'clock, it will go off and remind me to snack, have a drink. Because sometimes I forget to have a drink of water. So just like as I'm coming out from one client, I might grab my banana and have a bit of a drink. Also, perhaps maybe switch out your energy drink in the afternoon for some water, or even some soda water if you feel like you need that fizz. Which I sometimes feel like you just gives, rather than just water, you get a bit sick of sometimes. So just having that fizz. For the evening choices, when you're tired after work, you maybe on the weekends when you have a bit more extra time, you could perhaps maybe look at meal prepping. So cooking a few meals on the weekend, keeping them in the freezer so that when you come home at night you can just grab it out conveniently. Or even say tonight you're cooking a stir fry, make a bigger batch so you can keep some for today, put some away for the next day.
Yeah, makes sense.
Also something that you can look at is perhaps prepping like overnight oats. I've got some recipes on my Facebook page that you can follow that just suggests so in the morning if you are running late and you don't have time for breakfast, you've already got like an overnight oats that you can grab out of the fridge. It's healthy, nutritious, and a good way to add in that sort of stuff.
Good,
So after our chat and just running through that, my suggestions is that would you want me to refer you on to someone to see a dietitian, or are you happy just to try?
I'm happy to just try.
For now.
Try that for now. So
awesome.
just a bit more organising.
Yeah. And I know it's tough when you've got all your balls in the air and it takes a back seat when there's convenience, but honestly when you are fueled correctly, it does make a big difference in those other areas of your life. Excellent. We'll just wrap this up now. So just review what we've covered off with today. So you came in with concerns about your stress and your poor sleep and lack of routine with your food. We talked through what's been going on, completed a wellbeing questionnaire, discussed some options for support. Given you a referral to the GP. We also went through the dietary questionnaire and given you some suggestions for working through that. Just want to make sure we're covering everything off. Is there any other questions or anything else you'd like to go through today?
No, I think we've covered a fair bit.
Right, so what I would really like to is just book a follow-up appointment with you in a few weeks. Just check in, see how the changes we've made for your diet's going in. If you've made that referral appointment with your GP, just do a general check-in with how you're going. But in the meantime, you've got support network around you, family and friends that you can lean on if you need to. Don't be afraid to lean on them. They will be a big support and make a big difference. And you're doing a great job, even if it doesn't feel like it right now, like one step at a time. These just coming in today is the first step, and hopefully we can get you going. Maybe at the follow-up, we can look at ways we can get you back into the gym and start adding that back into your life once we've sorted out the sleep and the sound good?
No worries.
Awesome.
Sounds really good. Thank
Excellent. Well, I will see you in the same time next month.
Right.
Right.
That'll be fine.
Excellent. Oh, thanks for coming in.
No worries. Cheers. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.